Right, so get this. I was, doing my usual internet deep dives.
Happens to the best of us.
Right. And I found this YouTube channel, What's Trending, something like that.
Okay.
And the creator's talking about personal growth and how they try to change, actually try to change their opinions every single day.
Really?
Yeah. Says it makes them smarter.
Interesting.
And, put a pin in whether or not you agree with that. But then they went on about this intelligence fluidity thing, and I thought, okay, we got to unpack this.
Intelligence fluidity is definitely not something you hear every day, that's for sure.
Not at all.
But it sounds like they're getting at this idea that what we even consider intelligent, like the very definition of it, changes over time,
That's cradling.
What was considered a sign of intelligence, say, 10 years ago?
Right, like knowing all the state capitals.
Exactly. Might be seen as,
Yeah, who cares? Just Google it.
Right. It makes you wonder, what are we going to think is smart 10 years from now?
I know, right? It's a little humbling when you think about it.
It is. It really challenges that traditional view of intelligence as this fixed thing.
Like you're born smart, or you're not.
Exactly. But if we embrace this intelligence fluidity, then it becomes much more about being open to new information,
Yep.
Being willing to admit when you're wrong.
Which, let's be honest, could be tough.
It can be, but it's essential for growth, right? And there's actually research to back this up, like Carol Dweck's work on growth mindset.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It basically shows that if you believe intelligence is something you can develop, you actually tend to achieve more. So it's less about the amount of facts you have crammed in your brain.
And more about, like you said, being open to learning and changing.
Exactly. And even admitting when you were wrong about something.
Which, going back to this YouTube video, the creator even compared it to gender fluidity.
Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, just as our understanding of gender is evolving, so should our idea of intelligence.
Wow. That's a really powerful parallel. So if we take that idea seriously, how do we start applying this intelligence fluidity to our everyday lives?
Yeah, how does this actually change how we approach learning or even just talking to each other?
Well, imagine if instead of being afraid to be wrong or looking consistent, we actually embraced those moments as opportunities to learn and grow.
That would be huge.
Right. Imagine a world where changing your mind, adapting to new information, being able to admit you made a mistake, those became the hallmarks of a truly intelligent person.
So it's almost like the more willing you are to learn and grow, the more intelligent you actually are.
In a way, yes. And that shift in perspective could change everything. How we approach challenges, how we define success, even how we interact with people who have different views than us.
It's like instead of trying to prove how much you know, you're more focused on showing that you're capable of growth.
Exactly. And that's a much more, I think, exciting and ultimately more fulfilling way to approach learning and life in general, don't you think?